This is the demo video for 5 Homework 3. We're going to continue to solve inequalities, but now we have multi-step inequalities. And again, we're going to continue solving these just like we're solving equations. So I'm solving for x. The first thing that I want to do is I want to get x by itself, but I have this 5.15 being added over here, so I subtract 5.15 from each side. Now I know that 5.15 is being added to the left side, not because of this plus sign here, but because it's positive. You have to remember that the number and the sign or symbol in front of the number goes with that number. Okay, so that's very important for you to know. So this cancels, and then I subtract the left side by 5.15. And so I'll bring everything else back down. I get 0.06x less than 4.85. And so now what I have to do is I have to look to see that 0.06 is now still being multiplied by x, so I have to do the opposite, which is division. So I divide each side by 0.06. This cancels, becomes x less than. Divide this side by 0.06. And I get 80.833 repeating. And again, if I want to graph this, I'm talking about the number 80.833 repeating. I have an open circle, x is less than, goes to the left. Let's look at another one. Negative 5x plus 16 is greater than or equal to 51. First, I subtract 16 from each side. Bring everything else back down. Negative 5x greater than or equal to 51 minus 16 is 36. Now I divide by negative 5. And remember what we have to do when we're multiplying or dividing by a negative number. They cancel, but we have to flip our inequality symbol. Okay? And now 36 divided by 5, or negative 5 rather, is a negative 7.2 when I use my calculator. Graphing the solution, talking about the number negative 7.2. Have a closed circle. X is less than, so it goes to the left. Let's look at a real-world example. The stage pictured has a perimeter of less than 74 feet. Find the maximum dimensions of the stage if each dimension is an integer. In other words, if it's some number, what we have to do is, looking at this diagram, we have to turn the perimeter into an inequality. Well, if this is a rectangle, okay, then if this side is 2x minus 26, this side is 2. And if this side is x, then this side is x as well. But let's look at it this way. Perimeter, there's a formula on your formula chart for EOC that says perimeter is equal to 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. And so if I call this the length, it doesn't matter if it's the length or the width. We'll call this the width and this the length. Then what I can do is just form an inequality like this. 2 times the length plus 2 times the width, that's going to be 2 times the length is x plus 2 times the width, I'm going to put it in parentheses because it's two pieces here, 2x minus 26. Now, this is this piece, 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. 2 times the length, x, plus 2 times the width, 2x minus 26, is less than 74. And now I can solve. Again, treating this like an equation for the sense of solving, first I have to distribute here. That's why it's important to put this piece, when it's got more than one piece in there and you're multiplying by something, it needs to go in parentheses so you can distribute that something you're multiplying by to each piece inside. So I have 2x plus 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times minus 26 is minus 52, less than 74. So the first thing I need to do here is combine my like terms. I have 2x plus 4x is 6x, and I can go ahead and add my 52 to each side as well. And so these cancel, so 6x is less than 74 plus 52 gives me 126. Now I divide by 6 on each side. These cancel. X is less than 126 divided by 6 in my calculator is 21. So now that we have where it says x is less than 21, let's go back and see what the question is asking. Find the maximum dimensions. So that means I need to know what each side is. So x, this can be at most, x has to be less than or at most 21. Okay? Now, if x is 21, I have to actually plug it in here for x to determine what my width could actually be. And so up here, I'll make some more room. I have 2x minus 26, but we determined that x can be no more than 21. So I plug in that 21, and then I simplify. 2 times 21 is 42, minus 26 gives me 16. So here, x, this side, can be no more than 16. And I'll just put the length, or the width rather. The width is no more than, or less, it has to be less than 16. And that's how that problem works.